I'm good to go, I believe. Hi, good morning. Oh dear, some days. and if, oh, there I am. It had disappeared for a second, but I'm back again. Good morning. Welcome to autumn. Very muggy here in Sydney. We've got lots of rain, but yeah, it's autumn, would you believe? Now, today I am going to look. I don't often look online, at the online store, but I do, probably once a fortnight. And I bought some things from the online store this past week or so, and I'm going to look at those today. And I'm going to use those in conjunction with other things that I have in my stash. So I was watching a video this week by Leslie Watkins, who runs Dandelion Cottage Designs, and she was saying she's a watercolor painter, and she was doing this free class, and it was wonderful. But she was saying how she often uses things that they may have expired, they may not, but it may be all that you've got on hand. So I'm going to do some of that today. So today we're going to look at, let me grab my stamp sets here, Mixed Florals, and we'll look down at the camera. Mixed Florals and Textured Notes and Thankful Garden. These are the three that I've bought. There are DSPs and stuff that go with this, but I'm using this one mainly. I'm using some of the sentiments in these other two. So just to show you that that's what I'm going to do. So my first card, and I'm also using these wonderful textured notes which come with the textured, what is it called? Textured notes, yeah. Look at these, aren't they amazing? They're all different designs around the edge. So I'll be using that, and there's a really long, thin one that you can see there. And there's a shorter one, this one here in the middle. So I'll be using one of those today as well, or two of those actually, or one. Okay, so let's go to our first, and the other thing I'm using is Wonderful Thoughts, which is a stamp set and a die set. So it comes with the stamps, and then you can cut it out with these. So that's what I'm onto today. And I'm also using the exposed brick folder. This is one of my favorite embossing folders, just so you know. Okay, this is the card I'm going to do today. And I'm use the textured notes dies around the edges here on this, two different sizes. I love the detail just around the edge. You probably can't see it because it's so far away from the camera, but maybe you can, yeah, you can see it now. You can see the white one, and you can just see the other one. Okay, so this was the card that I made first, and basically it's the tulips from Mixed Florals. I love flowers, and this is the tulips. So I've got to use mainly these two today. And there's cute little ladybirds as well, which I will use. So the Mixed Florals. So what I did was I stamped it in Memento Black, and then I coloured it in with my blends. And I used Calypso Coral and Petal Pink and Soft Sea Foam and Boho Blue on this. I will miss Boho Blue once it goes. So that's what I did with this one. It's on a white base, and then I made a couple more in different colors, and I'm going to put those together today. So let's take this one first. Okay, so we've got that one, and you can see I've got one in a Gorgeous Grape, and this one is in Cherry Cobbler. I do like this one too, so let me show you how I put it together. And it's really, really simple. So I've got my card, and I'm going to fold it and make sure it is scored. I left my scorer in the other room. Okay, now I'm going to I've embossed this white in the embossed brick, and I'm going to stick that onto it. So let's do that first. Oops, I just dropped my Wink of Stella, which I might need later on. There we go. So let's do this first. Put that on here, in the center of the cherry cobbler. I love cherry cobbler. It's such a rich color. And then this is just going to go straight on the card base. Okay, so just center it on that. Okay, now I colored this in advance, so I've got my cherry cobbler, and then I've taken a little bit of the color out. I've done this one in Old Olive, and I can't remember what I used for that. I think it was Lost Lagoon. Yeah, it was Lost Lagoon, I think, that I've got for that. So this is going to go on dimensionals. So let me grab my dimensionals, which are on the table here. There they are. And my pick. And because there's a lot of this, I'm going to put it mainly on the points so that they don't. So at the tips of the flowers, and leaves. And I'll put one there, although it's not quite at the tip. One in the center. One there. Another one there. And a couple at the bottom. One there and one there. Okay, so let's put this on. Take all the backs off the dimensionals and go from there. Yeah. There we go. And I'm just going to place it like this on my card base. And in this one, I added a little bit of white enamel glue that you can have in tubes. I added a little bit to the middle of the flowers. I like that feeling. Now, I could put, like I'm going to do in this one, I could put the sentiment in the same color as the flowers, but I think in this one I want to do it on the Memento Black. So I've done this. This Thankful for You Friend is from Thankful Garden. That one there, down here. It's such a pretty font and so clear for what I want here. Okay, so I'm just going to cut around this. So I'll fix it up there at the top. There we go. Get rid of that and put this on dimensionals and put it on the card. And that's basically your card. So that is what it looks like in Cherry Cobbler. One there and one there, and we'll take the backs off and just pop it down the bottom. Now you could add some gems to it if you wanted to. I'm going to leave that one just as it is because I actually quite like that one. Let's do the proper one very quickly. So got it back there. Again, I've used Gorgeous Grape, and I find Gorgeous Grape is better than Highland Heather because it just had that richness to it. So here we go. Put this together. As I say, embossed in brick. Pop that on. Now I'll get this. And I'll put some dimensionals on this. And this one I did with Daffodil Delight as well. So, with the Gorgeous Grape and Soft Seafoam, I believe. And with this, also with the Soft Seafoam, down the center of each leaf, I added a little bit of Old Olive, and I did the stems in Old Olive as well, just to add a little bit of shading to the card. Okay, and one more in the middle. And before I put it on that, let me get the back. And that. And now let's get this bit. Put it on. these are sort of pre-made today because, yeah, life has just been a little bit hectic, and I just needed to be prepared for this morning. And I should say happy birthday. She's not online yet, but happy birthday to my friend and upline, and my person who introduced me really to all this wonderful stuff, Sharon Wilson. It was her birthday yesterday. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love that gorgeous grape on that. And for this one, I've done it in gorgeous grape, and then I've embossed it. And I am going to cut around it again. Just freehand. And put that out of the way, put a few dimensionals on the back, and that's our first card. Some of it's a bit of show and tell today, really, because, there's lots of examples of this online, of the Mixed Florals, if you look. So that's going to go on the bottom. Now, you see, I like the purple with that, the gorgeous grape with that. So there's my 3 cards. I wonder which one you like. Which one's your favourite, honey? You liked the gorgeous grape one, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and I love them all, actually. I love the richness of them. So that's my first card today. Okay, let's go on. And I've added a bit of Winker Stella to the tulips as well. You can probably see that shining in that light. The next card I've got is a really easy one. I saw this online, and this is the card. So you can see it's just gold embossing on Lost Lagoon, gold, pretty peacock, and the inside. And I've just put a little gold butterfly on it. It's very, very simple. Now I've done the same thing, but this time I've done it in copper. And I've done the back, rather than do it on Lost Lagoon, I've done it on Very Vanilla. And I've used some copper gems that are no longer current on it. And I've just added a teeny bit of colour on that one. So I'm going to make that one again in copper. I've already done the embossing. The base is early espresso, and that's my copper, and that's the inside. So I'll leave that aside for a moment. I'm going to colour in just the centre of the flowers and down a little bit like that. So it's just going down into the flower. Not too much, but just a little bit. Okay. So that's that's lemon lolly. Okay. Now, for my leaves, I'm using dark soft seafoam because that shows up a little bit better. You can see I'm just doing the large leaves with that. I'm using the large side of the brush, but that's okay. You can use the small side if you wanted to. And there's one more leaf. And because I want that other leaf to have a little bit of darkness in it, I'm going to go like that. Okay. And there's going to be dark. A little bit of dark up the side. I'm just using exactly the same color, but I'm using the finer tip. Now, in this one, I want to add a little bit of petal pink. It's this light petal pink. That's what I want to use. And I'm going to use that on the flowers. Let's see how that works. I didn't do the flowers in the other one, but I have a reason for that. On this one. Just want to see what the effect would be. Again, minimal colouring. And I shall put a little bit of dark petal pink in the centre, just to give it a little bit of a lift. I could leave these free, but I just wanted to try this and see how that would work. So that's again a very, very light. And then I've got my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to just go over the petals to add a little bit of, you probably can't see it, but it adds a little bit of colour without changing it too much. Okay, you can probably, yeah, you can see it there. Just darkens the petals just a teeny bit so that they stand out, and I'll do a little bit on the pink flowers as well, just enough to, that's it, and just make sure that's down to the edges. But you can see that that has, probably not so very well, but you can see that that has changed it slightly. So I'm going to put this now on my copper. Now I could cut the center out of this, but today I'm not doing that. I'm just going to put this straight on it. This one's pretty. Okay, now to put it on my base, I've got my, I'll do the inside first. Now I could actually put, perhaps I could find a stump that had something that I could put on up there, like maybe this little one here. And I could do that in the pink. Actually, if you do it in the black and then just colour it in, that would even be better than the pink. So let's do it in Memento Black. Just colour it in, like so. Here we go. Put that down the bottom. And then cover that up because I don't get it everywhere. And just get my petal pink and just add a little bit to, I want the other side of that because I'm starting to, that's better, much more precise. You can see that that just adds a little bit to the inside. I could have done it in gold and the copper as well. Now to put the front on. I don't need that right now, that's pretty in pink anyway. Let's get our glue, pop it on the back, just putting it straight on the espresso, like so. Yes, it was Sharon's birthday yesterday and I need to get her some gifts. So these are the brushed metallic adhesive dots, and we've got gold, copper and bronze. So I'm going to use the copper ones. I haven't used very many of them, but I love it, the look of it on this here. So let's get it off, one there, put one over here, and I'll put a smaller one, I think, up here. So that is another version of this one that has the pink coloured in. And it's a bit hard to see, but it does look quite effective on that. So that's my second card today. And my final card today uses, and on my table you'll find white linen thread like this, which I forgot to bring in. I'm going to do this one and a blending brush that doesn't have any ink on it. Just thought I would set up. This one here I used boho blue. The flowers are done in boho blue, and again you can see I've just coloured the tops of the centres of the daisies, and I've added a cute little butterfly on this one. Not butterfly, ladybird. My goodness. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is get my pretty in pink. I've got a piece of paper here. Just set that right there for a moment, and just there in no, the the brush, the round brushes. They're on the second um, second shelf of the little thing that stands by itself. Okay. Underneath the trolley. Yeah, as I say, I'm really organised. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is going to go on here. And this is pretty in pink, this one. I wanted to do something that was slightly different. And when I've done the background of this, I will add some white thread to it. So let's see. Have you been able to find them? There's a whole tub of them near the window. Right, we'll just wait for a second until they appear. And while I'm doing that, where did I put my flower? Let me show you my flower that I've got. There it is there. Now I've only coloured in the centres, and I've got my magpies outside telling me that they're here. And I've done the leaves in soft sea foam, which I did in the other one as well. And then I'm going to just put a bit of Wing of Stella on the petals again. Just gives it that depth. Actually, at church on Sunday, our friend was talking about how flannel flowers bloom, and how that they need fire and water to actually be able to bloom. And I do love flannel flowers. If you've never seen a flannel flower, they're a bit like Edelweiss, in that if you touch their petals, these petals look similar to this. They've got like a velvety feel. And so that's that. Yep, that's the one. Thank you. And that's perfect. Thank you. So I've got my pretty in pink. Thank you so much. Where's my pretty in pink? Keep right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this on my brush. But you see it's quite strong, and I don't want it to be very strong, so I've taken most of it off. And just putting it on like that. Simple as that. My friends are saying, please come and feed me. Okay, now I've got this. I'm going to put that on top. You see how that sort of lifts this up. Let's put it on some dimensionals. I don't know if you can hear them, but they are very cute. I've got Mama, and I think it might be Dad as well. I don't know what Bob's doing. She's looking at the barbecue here, sharpening her beak. Baby is just as big as the Mum and the Dad, and they come usually once a day in the mornings and sing outside. And they always bring a smile to my face, because when I open the door, the mother, who is very used to me, comes right up to me at the door. She doesn't come inside, but she'll come right up and wait on the mat for me, and she is quite sweet. Now, I'm hoping that edge will come off that one. I might use another one, because it sort of turned over, and I wasn't very happy with the way that it came off. Right, I think that's probably enough. Might put one more up there. Right, this is our last card for today. So I'm going to put this on before I put the white linen thread on. I'm very excited because we're off to Brisbane to our Stampin' Up convention next week, and it's so much fun. I'm just hoping that my health will let me enjoy it, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So I'm going to put it on the middle. Isn't that nice, actually? I wondered about the pink behind, but I actually quite like that. Now, I have somewhere on my table, here we go, the rest of the cards. So here's the pink. I'm going to place this on the pretty in pink. So it just shows you that you can use different colours depending on the look you want. So that's the pink. Now I've got my linen thread here, which, cotton thread I suppose it is. I'm going to wrap this round about 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then I will tie it off on one side. Actually, I might tie it off right underneath the stem. So I'm going to tie it off in a knot, because then I can make my bow. Here we go. Right, and if it's a little bit loose, you can stretch these out a little bit. Oops. There we go. Little one wants to shred. And then I'll get my 2 pieces of, I haven't cut it yet, but I'm just going to make my bow, because I want to make sure that I'm happy with my bow. Get the 2 ends. I could even have coloured this in pretty and pink. So I might even do that before I finish. Take a little bit and show you how to colour that. And then in here I've already pre-cut this. I've got two of these. I've got it in pink and I've got it in black. I was thinking pink, but honestly I think maybe the black is better, okay? I think a pretty in pink just disappears into it. So I'll put that on next, and we can go from there. So from there, and one over there, and one in the middle. So I like the mint black with it. It just helps it stand out. I'm putting it up the top, and I've got that there. Now I'll just show you how you could do the ribbon with pretty and pink. Okay, let's cut a little bit more than I need. Okay, so I've got my pad here, and I'm just going to run this through the pad a few times. Let's try it again. Or I can even do this. I'll show you another way to do this. I can go like that. I can get this on my brush and go like this. Gives it a slightly lighter colour. Whereas the other's a little darker. You see that that's a little darker, but it's quite delicate there. Okay, which might be better. Put that out of the way. Should let this dry, but I'm just going to put it on. I'm going to show you how you could put it on. Okay, let's make a bow. Make a bow smaller. Now I could put this, if I wanted to, there on top of that. It would give a really nice effect, I think. And even though it's darker, we've got that in the card. So what I might do, now that I know that works, is open this bow, and this is the card finished basically. Tie it around where the knot is, like that. Then take the two ends and the 2 ends, and let's make it into a bow. There we go. Now I want it to be smaller than that bow, so I'm going to pull it down, and I'm just going to pull it again and make sure that white end is tight. But can you see how that adds a little bit of more to it? Take a little bit off the end and cut these two. Now to put it on my card, and got my stamp and seal. I'll pop it on the middle. There you go. And this one's got a longer tail on it, but that is my card in pink and my card in blue. So that's one. I usually only do two, but I thought I would do three today. That's it in gold and copper. And there's this one that I've done in 3 different colours with the tulips. So Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, and Gorgeous Grape. Love those. So and this one is Boho Blue and Brilliant Pink. So Boho Blue is one of the ones that is about to finish. I will miss it because it's got a really subtle, nice blue that looks so good on us. Oh, and I forgot my ladybug. Let's put my ladybug on. Oh, there's my little friend out there. These are the ladybugs, and they're cute. So you stamp them in black and then colour in the top in red. Now I'm going to put him, I think, on one of these leaves, and I'll put him on with, I think I'll put him on with a glue dot. Let's grab a glue dot from the bottom here. Got ink on my pick. Come on, off you come. He's really being patient out there. And I'm going to put him, I might put him in this one up here. There we go. So he's on that one there. So it ends up being the same one. Didn't think it was the same one. I thought I'd put the other one down here. But that's it. So there's my cards for today. Just to show you that you can do that. And I hope you've liked those. Next week I'm probably going to use the same set, but I'm going to do something different with it. There is a Mixed Florals mixed media, and I'm thinking of maybe even doing a scrapbook page. Okay, so I will see you next week, and enjoy the week. If you're in Queensland, stay safe with all the rain around Brisbane and that area with the cyclone due to hit land soon. And if you're in Sydney, yeah, stay dry too and enjoy autumn. Okay, bye everyone.